everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be continuing the cottage living let's play. Now, it's been a few weeks since the last video we had with Miss Margo here, but I thought that we could play a little bit today and see if we can get Margo a home instead of living out of her tent, which we're currently doing. So for today's episode, it is Love Day. Margo loves to give flowers, it says. So I think it would be kind of fun to do something for Love Day, but we don't really have any really close friends, let alone anybody to spend Love Day with. So I don't know how much Margo is actually going to be able to celebrate the holiday today, but I think what we'll probably focus on is trying to get some money, and hopefully we get around 5 grand, and then we can go ahead and give her like a really tiny little cottage, which I think will be super fun. So Margo is fishing. She is getting a little hungry, so I'll have to have her cook some food soon. We do have a ton of fish in our inventory, which is great. Some of them we'll keep to eat, but others I think that we can go ahead and sell for some cash. We have about almost 1,600 simoleons right now, and like I mentioned, I think we need about five grand to really get her a home. I did do a really quick build that I think I shared in my last video. Oh, good job, she caught a fish. But I did a really quick build, just seeing with the bare necessities how much simoleons Margo would need. And I think we can probably make something a little bit better, a little bit nicer looking, because essentially I just did like a boxed room with a bathroom in it. Because I don't want to start building until we have enough money to actually get like a full house. And it doesn't have to be like our final house or anything, but it doesn't really make sense to build a room and have a bed and a toilet in a room. You wouldn't actually do that in real life. So I want it to be a little bit more realistic. But yeah, Margo's just gonna fish for a little while, maybe a few more hours, and then I'll jump back to you once she starts cooking dinner. All right, so Margo isn't finished fishing quite yet. I'm gonna have her finish in a second, but we have found some really good catches while we've been fishing. So we found a sturgeon fish, which is a rare fish, and it's worth 136 simoleons, which is a lot compared to some of these other fish that she has in her inventory currently. But then we also got a cow plant berry, and I think that that's really exciting that she'll be able to grow a cow plant right away. I definitely wasn't expecting that. So I'm gonna have Margo catch one more fish, hopefully right here. Nope, we got some seaweed. I'm gonna have her catch one more fish, and then we'll go ahead and cook ourselves some dinner. I was gonna say we might say hi to this guy, but he doesn't look like he's actually a townsfolk, just a random NPC, so we might just leave him alone. Alright, so Margo caught her last fish. She caught a salmon. So what I'm gonna do is, last time I made the mistake of not selling the expensive fish before she made dinner, and then she ended up cooking the expensive fish for dinner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell some of these fish. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the perch that she'll be able to eat, or I suppose she needs 2 fish. So we'll keep the perch and the goldfish, I guess, because they're worth the least, and we'll sell the others for 566 simoleons. So that brings us up to 2156 simoleons, which is great. So we're gonna have her go over here and grill. Oh, she can actually cook a stew because we have 3 vegetables. Yeah, why don't we actually try that, and then we'll sell the other 2 fish. Just because I haven't actually made that stew before, and all she's been eating is fish on a stick. So it'll be good for her to have some variety. All right, so why don't you go ahead and pick up a serving and then put the rest in your inventory. Okay, so it's gonna go bad in about 9 hours, which is kind of too bad, but it is what it is. I'm actually going to see if we can rummage in this garbage just to see what we find. And it doesn't look like we actually found anything, which is too bad. Her social is getting pretty low though, so let's just take a peek around and see if there's anybody we can talk to. I am gonna have her harvest these bluebells so we can sell them. And how pretty are these lights? I don't think I've noticed that before. Okay, so we harvested some items, some wild mushrooms and some bluebells, as well as some garlic. So we can plant the garlic now and they'll grow. The bluebells are currently in season as well, and the mushrooms don't have a season. So we might just actually leave that to keep and plant later. Her social is low, like I mentioned, but she's actually talking to a rose bush and it's raising her social. So I guess instead of giving flowers this love day, we are talking to them. All right, so it is 12:30 a.m. Margo is just tending to her garden. It is getting late. She's not super tired, but I am going to have her go to sleep so that way we can hopefully get an early morning tomorrow. I think I might want to go travel around the world, see what kind of bits and pieces that we can find and hopefully sell. That way we can get Margo a small cottage. All right, so she's feeling a little bit sad from not celebrating the holiday like she wanted. She does have to use the restroom, and again, she's really stinky. So I'm just gonna have her run over and use the restroom. And then we're actually going to travel around and see if we can find some items to forage and sell. Okay, she is extremely smelly, so let's go ahead and travel. So we could go back to the bar and the town and see if we could do another favor for someone. That might actually not be a bad idea because I think we need to do that for our aspiration anyways. So why don't we do that, and we can always travel elsewhere later in the day if we want. Okay, so we have arrived at the bar. Straight away, Margo's just gonna run upstairs and wash her hands a bunch of times. Try to clean herself up a little bit. Okay, we broke the sink. So we're gonna go into the other bathroom just to finish up. We're feeling a little bit better, and she came over here to talk to this guy who has a lot of custom content on. But we're gonna go ahead and give him a funny introduction just to raise her social a little bit. And she is just going to be friendly with him, ask him about his career. She's gonna tell him an unbelievable story and discuss local fishing spots. Okay, Robbie is his name and he's unemployed. Oh, and look, we're going to go chat with Mortimer. Why is he always everywhere? And we also have Simon Scott and Thomas Watson at the bar today. So we can go ahead and chat with them a little bit. She doesn't really have any friends, so I'd like to get her some. Okay, for our aspiration, we actually have to visit all the neighborhoods in Henford on Bagley. So we visited 2 out of 3 of them, so I think we're doing pretty good on that. But why don't we go and see if there's someone we could do a favor for? So this is the grocery shop owner, Kim Goldblum. We're gonna go and give her a funny introduction. Oh, where's she going? Oh, she's coming to us? Okay, so we are going to offer to help her with some errands. Okay, so we have a few different options for errands that we can help with. I kind of want to do the one that will get us the most money. So this one says, it's lovely to see a new face around these parts, but I'm just too busy right now to make a proper introduction of myself. If you've the time and mind to be a help, would you be a dear and grab some of those grocery orders? Oh, and I've forgotten to eat again, not to mention that bouquet I was going to make for my friend. Okay, so the rewards are an assortment of eggs, milk, flour, cheese, sugar, and an animal treat. I wonder if we're actually going to have to do a bouquet because we don't have money to buy a flower bouquet making table. So the other one says a simple request. You ever have one of those days where you've got too much to do and not enough time to do it. I need some ingredients for my next meal, but I'm not sure when I'll have the spare time. Would you be able to help me out? And so then we'll get an assortment of ingredients, fertilizer, and if we're lucky, a freshly prepared meal. So why don't we go ahead and do that one? So we need to deliver cheese and a single serving of beef Wellington to the grocery owner. So I wonder if we can actually just order some food. Can we order a beef Wellington? Yes, we can. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And you're not gonna eat it. Don't eat it. Where'd you just put it? Where did it go? It just disappeared, but it sounded like she set it somewhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. That's annoying. Okay, well, maybe let's try again. Order food, order beef Wellington. So Margo, let's just put that in your inventory, and then why don't we... Okay, so I have to actually find the cheese first before I can give her the beef Wellington. She's the person that sells cheese. Maybe I can window shop for it. Okay, window shopping is just an interaction. You don't actually get to do anything. It's just frustrating that I can't find cheese because the beef Wellington's gonna go bad eventually. Yeah. Okay, so she's actually back at the grocery stand, so I'm going to try to buy cheese from her and then give it right back to her. Okay, cheese. Buy one cheese. It's expensive cheese. Margo's missing required item. One cheese. What happened to her beef Wellington? Oh, okay, so I finally figured out the cheese thing, but she must have ate her beef Wellington, so now I have to buy it for the third time. At this point, it's not even gonna be worth it. Oh, but the Fintrick Fair is starting, even though it's storming really bad. Okay, stop eating it. Let's see if this is going to work. Yes, okay. Okay, so we're giving her the beef Wellington and the serving of cheese. Okay, so she said, "Oh, yummers, that looks divine. Please accept some small tokens of my appreciation. They'll come in handy next time you prepare a meal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some tasty food to tuck into." Okay, let's see. So we received some flour, sugar. I think this might be meat, pumpkin stew, a bottle of milk, grow fast fertilizer, and whatever this is. It's not telling me. Oh, it's an egg. It was hard to tell. It almost looked like a plate in her inventory. All right, well, the rain has cleared up, thankfully. It doesn't look like we have any entries at the fair. We're gonna go ahead and look at these chicken-shaped bushes. It's super interesting looking. And that's sad that no one is here. I thought for sure there would be at least a few contenders. Oh, okay, so she's gonna go chat with this person named Rahul. Looks like he's buying groceries. He's super cute. Oh, he's a teen. Never mind. Let's just stop talking to him. Yeah, he's only on day 8 of 13, so we definitely are too old for him, Margo. Okay, so a lot of the things in our inventory are going to go bad unless we have a fridge to put them in. So I was thinking that we could go to Evergreen Harbor and see if we can find some dumpsters to dive into. Very random, but I've seen people get like fridges and other things like that that we might be able to use in our house, which would limit the amount of money we need to save for it. So we're in this super trashy industrial neighborhood in Evergreen Harbor, and we are going to... Oh no, the dumpster's empty. Maybe if we spend just a little bit of time here, the dumpsters will get stuff in them. Okay, so we can now go ahead and sort out recyclables, sort out compostables, nap, empty trash, dive for meals, and dive for deals. So we're gonna dive for deals. We found a Nor black dye, probably to dye some things we craft. Okay, she must have had something stinky in her inventory, but we're gonna dive for deals again. Thomas Watson is inviting us to the romance festival. That's interesting. Let's say okay. I think he's married. This is becoming a lot more scandalous than I intended it to be. Okay, so let's just go ahead and where is he? Okay, this is Thomas Watson. He's a townie from Hemford-on-Bagley, and he's married. He's married to Rami Watson. Yeah, this is her. We have the same dress. They're our neighbors. Okay. Well, I think Margo probably thinks this is just a friendly gathering. She doesn't really have to use the restroom, so let's go have her do that. Okay, so Margo's feeling angry from having a lifestyle denied. She had poor discussion about her lifestyle. Some Sims would not understand a great lifestyle if they'd been living it all their lives. So I think that she was talking about being outdoorsy to Thomas, and he must have kind of made her a little mad about it. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I had to stop filming for a second to help my mom with something, but we are still in the city at the romance festival with married Thomas over here. I am just going to have Margo harvest some of the plants that are in this neighborhood. We're not able to rummage for trash, likely because no one's thrown anything away. I think it's kind of interesting that Thomas took us here, considering that we grew up in the city in foster care, and we moved to Henford-on-Bagley to kind of live a more simple life. So maybe Margo talked to Thomas and was telling him a little bit about the city life, and he thought that would make her feel better somehow to come back and be in this like luxurious part of the city. But I think that Margo is feeling just inspired to get back to her home and continue building up her legacy. So she's just harvesting some plants, trying to make the most out of this trip. But yeah, so Margo collected a lot of the things that she's able to find. We're gonna do one last check to see if we can rummage in any of these dumpsters, and we can't. So I'm just gonna have a quick peek around to see if there's anything else that we could grab to sell. All right, there's not much else that Margo can go here. I know that the event's not over yet, but I think that she's just gonna wanna go home. Maybe let's have her select everything she found in her inventory, and we are just gonna sell it. We now have almost 3,000 simoleons, so I think we're doing pretty good. We are going to just cancel all this event, and I'm gonna actually have her go back to Evergreen Harbor and just see if we can do a little bit more dumpster diving. Thomas is wanting to come with us, so we're not gonna tell him no. I think that is kind of scandalous though, that married Thomas wants to spend time with us, the new girl in town. And every time I come here, I forget how smoggy it is. Okay, we're just gonna have Margo go and dive for some deals. Get out of my way so I can dumpster dive, please. Thank you. Oh, we found a secret spa tub in the dumpster. That's so good. Okay, we're just gonna keep diving for deals, see what we can find. All right, so Margo is feeling extremely uncomfortable, really tired, really hungry, and clearly very smelly. But we found a lot of really good stuff. So we found a refurbished dining table, 5 simoleons, some recyclable materials, a bike. We found a desk chair, this philosophy of sleep double bed, an eco upgrade part, 33 simoleons, 1 simoleon, an ottoman, country charm sink, the Princess Cordelia's galleon bed, a throwback stove, some red dye, recyclable materials, and the secret spa tub. So definitely a lot of stuff, but I am just gonna have Margo go ahead and head on home. Okay, so it's 3:30 a.m. Let's go ahead and just take a peek at everything that we were able to find. So we got this stove here that we could sell for 800 simoleons. Okay. An intimate ottoman that looks like it is disastrous. Bed, which looks disastrous. This tub that's very dirty. Whoa, another bed. These are both worth so... Okay, This bed's worth $0. Oh, this one is too. That's annoying. I thought that they were all worth something. We did get this nice sink though. And this table. I wonder, can she even sleep? No, we have to replace 12,000 simoleons. 3,700. 185. Oh, we can repair this. Place. I just don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do with these, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and sell them. Same with this bench and this chair. The tub we can use once we get plumbing hooked up. So I'm going to keep that in her inventory. This sink we can actually use right now because it is an off-the-grid sink. Alright, so this is definitely isn't the most glamorous home, but we're looking okay. We're gonna use some elbow grease and see what that does. The stove is like super broken. Okay, so let's just have her go to sleep. It looks like our plants are infested with bugs, which is great. But we'll deal with that in the morning. Okay, so today is the first day of summer. Margo is super dirty, super hungry still. But we're just gonna have her quickly wash her hands for a few times. And then we still don't have a way to make food. So we are going to spray for bugs and then we're going to feed the plants. I'm actually gonna have Margo try to repair the stove so that way we can maybe cook something. I'm just gonna save the game in case she dies. Okay, so we successfully repaired the stove. We're just gonna wash our hands a bunch. Okay, we can eat cheese. So let's go ahead and be able just to eat this. Yes, eat the cheese. And we really need to use the restroom. So I'm gonna have her run over here and use the restroom. And then she's gonna run all the way back home and just go to sleep for a little while. Oh, we can harvest and sell some of our plants. Let's go ahead and sell everything before you go to bed, please. What are you doing? This guy just came over here and harvested my plants. That's really messed up. All right, our never-ending cycle of being hungry and smelling has started again. We're gonna have Margo run over here and we are going to fish for just a little bit. That way we can have dinner. She's actually getting really good at fishing. We're almost level 7 and we just reached level 7. So I think she's probably fished for long enough. I'm just gonna have her, let's see, we're gonna sell the most expensive items and eat the least expensive. All right, and then we're gonna go over here and have her cook fish on the stick. We have a total of 3,369 simoleons. I think we're doing pretty well, but I don't think we quite made it far enough to be able to start building a proper home, unfortunately. We do have this tub that we found, and I was thinking it might be kind of nice if we were to set it up somewhere but kind of conceal it so no one would be able to see us while we're bathing. So I was thinking we could kind of put it on the side of our tent, but then put some of these bushes that she can pee in next to it, almost making like a little walkway with plants. This is a lot of money. These are like $200 a piece. How much are these? 25. Okay, we only need one of these technically, so why don't we put that in the back. And then all right, so I've done some slight modifications to our lot here to make it feel a little bit more homey. So I shifted the tent location a little bit, as well as the stove, the sink, and this table with the candle on it. And then on the side of the tent, you'll see I actually have this cute little, the bathtub that we found to create this cute little like private bath area that's mostly hidden from other people's view, because like this is the road and you can't see it, and then once you get over here you can kind of see it, but I think it will be fine. And then I added this really pretty tree that came with Cottage Living. I think it was one of those items that you could only get if you bought the pack before. I think you can actually still get it right now. I think it was by the end of September, or it was like the first week of September or something like that. But I have a bush that she can use the restroom in, so we no longer have to run all the way over there too. And then I also got her this water collector for the tub and the sink since we are currently off the grid. But yeah, let me know what you think. I really like how it turned out. This is what it looks like during the day, but it's definitely the prettiest at night when it's all lit up. So Margo is currently sleeping right now, but once she gets done, we are going to clean the tub and then we're gonna go to the pond and collect some water. All right, so Margo just woke up from her nap. We are going to gather some water. And then let's have her run back over to her house. And it's also broken. Okay, so let's have her repair it and then we'll use some elbow grease to clean it. Oh, our other sink is broken too. All right, so I'm gonna have Margo take her first bath. And let's see. She's a little sore, but other than that, I think she's mostly fine. She's a little tense because the off the grid cleaning wasn't very satisfactory, it looks like, but all right. Well, I think with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's parts. We didn't make as much progress as I hoped we'd made, but I'm really glad that we dumpster dove and found those really great items because it did make our lot feel a little bit more homey and less like a tent in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think so far of this Let's Play as well as the pack. I think the pack has been really good. We obviously haven't been able to dive into a lot of the different gameplay aspects like the animals and a lot of the gardening, but we will get there eventually. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and I will talk to you next time. Bye guys.